I woke up this morning with the end of the run in sight. 3 more states, about 500 miles, and I'll be home tonight. The dispatcher just confirmed the delivery's all clear, and something in my chest is saying, son, the end is near. And not the bad kind of near, the good kind, the coming home kind. The kind that makes you push a little harder, leave the rest behind. The kind that makes you thank God for every mile that led to this. The kind that makes a grown man think about one long-awaited kiss. So I'm singing loud this morning, and I don't care who can hear. I've got the windows open and the country gospel clear. 'Cause I've been faithful on this road, and God's been faithful too. And the sky out here is as bright and blue as my home is coming to. Started Monday morning in the yard outside of Knoxville. A long haul to the northwest coast, a load of freight that was real. 4 days, 3 states, a mountain pass and 1 close call in the rain. But every mile I promised God I'd praise His holy name. I hit a patch of ice near Spokane at about 2:30. Just for a second felt her drift, said, Lord, I'm trusting you. She straightened out like angels had their hands upon the frame. And I let out a breath and said, thank you all the same. The mountains of Montana taught me something on this run, that I am small and God is great, and every mile's hard won. But hard won doesn't mean hopeless, and it doesn't mean alone. Hard won means you're working your way toward the place called home. I met a family at a rest stop with a broke-down minivan. Dad looked desperate, kids were crying. I said, let me help, I can. We got them moving inside an hour, prayed before I left, and I pulled back on the highway knowing I'd given God my best. Bright sky, steady fate, safe return. God carried every mile I had to earn. Through the rain and the dark, He held the wheel. And now there's nothing but blue sky and how I feel. Bright skies over the homeward road. Steady faith that lightened every load. Safe return, I always knew He'd bring me home. Bright sky, steady faith, I never traveled alone. I called my wife this morning when I crossed the Tennessee line. Said, baby, pull the pot roast out, I'll be there right on time. She laughed the way she laughs when I've been gone too many days. That laugh that says I've missed you in a dozen different ways. My boy asked if that you stay. That's the thing about a faithful God, you stay. You don't leave when I'm ungrateful, and you don't go away. And I think about the drivers who are rolling on tonight, who won't be home for Christmas and who can't quite see the light. The ones who carry loneliness like cargo in the back. The ones who think that God has maybe lost track of their track. This song is for those drivers, Lord. Let them hear somehow that you are in the cab with them right there, right now. That the bright sky is ahead for them, the faith is holding steady, and the safe return is coming. They just gotta trust they're ready. Bright sky, steady faith, safe return. God carried every mile I had to earn. Through the rain and the dark, He held the wheel. And now there's nothing but blue sky and how I feel. Bright skies over the home. The day's dying beautiful out here past the mountain pass. The orange and the crimson painting every fine glass. I've been thinking hard since Memphis, and I've been quiet since the state line, about the man I used to be before you changed this heart of mine. I wasn't always grateful, Lord, I wasn't always right. I drove some dark and crooked roads long before I found this light. But here I am this evening, with the sun going down in gold, and a heart that's fuller now than it has ever been, I'm told. Full the air brakes at the beacon, let the engine settle down. Step out on the asphalt with the last light painting the ground. Lord, I've got a lot to say and a lot of thanks to give. Tonight under this evening sky, teach me again how to live. Verse 1. I've logged about 2 million miles behind the wheel of one truck or another. Started driving at 18 and never really found another way to feel like I was worth something, free and moving fast. But freedom without direction is a thing that doesn't last. I drank too much in Phoenix, I was cold in Colorado. I burned bridges all the way from Georgia down to the road. My wife almost left me in the winter of '09, when I showed up for Christmas 3 days late and smelling like cheap wine. I remember sitting in that truck stop parking lot in Tuscaloosa, looking at my face reflected in the window. Wasn't a pretty picture. Something cracked inside me, not the bad crack, but the one that lets in light. Something opened up like a door I never knew was on my right. A trucker in the next booth overheard me crying in my hands. He said, "Brother, I know where you've been. I've walked those same badlands." He pulled out a worn Bible and he laid it sit here with you if you don't mind a prayer. Evening light on the road of redemption. God found me at my lowest without exception. He picked me up from the asphalt, dusted me clean, made me something better than I ever dreamed. Evening light, it's falling golden red on a man who's now alive, who once was dead. This road of redemption has no end I can see, and I'm grateful it runs all the way back home to Lane. That man in Tuscaloosa, I never caught his name, but I still pray for him on nights when I feel that old shame. He prayed a simple prayer, and I repeated every word. And something in that moment, Lord, I know that you were heard. But I called my wife that evening. She was quiet for a long time. Then she cried and said, "Come home, I've been praying for this sign." That was 17 years ago, and Lord, I haven't looked back once. I've stumbled, yes, I've struggled, but I'm not who I once was. Well, took a broken trucker in a parking lot at midnight, and you breathed into his lungs again and turned his dark to bright light. You gave me back my marriage, and you gave me back my pride, the kind that comes from knowing you were always by my side. I don't deserve a single mile of mercy that you've given, but grace don't work on deserving, grace works on the forgiven. So every evening sunset is a reminder of that night when you found me in the darkness and you led me to the light. I've met so many drivers since then, carrying their own weight, men who hide their shame behind the diesel and the freight. I try to be for them what that nameless driver was for me. A hand, a word, a prayer, just enough to help them see that the road of redemption is open to every broken soul, that the trucker and the preacher both need the same healing hole. Lord, keep using me out here, every rest stop, every mile, to reflect the evening mercy of your never-failing smile. Evening light on the road of redemption. God found me at my lowest without exception. He picked me up from the asphalt, dusted me clean, made me something better than I ever dreamed. Evening light, it's falling golden red. The truck stops humming low beneath the sky, full of fading stars. The lot is full of sleeping rigs and diesel cement moors. I've got my boots laced up and my thermos filled to the top. My hat is on, my prayers are said, I'm ready for the drop. The road is empty, dark and long ahead of where I stand. But I've been here 1,000 times and I know this road firsthand. What I mean is I know who walks it with me, mile for mile. I know who turns the darkness into morning just a while. Every now and then on this highway is a mercy unrepeated. Every tank I fill with diesel is a covenant completed. Lord, you fill me every morning with something diesel can't provide. First light, fresh mercy, and hope enough for the writing printless one. I pulled out of the truck stop when the sky was still coal black. The headlights cutting through the dark, nothing but the road and back. The radio was playing an old Hank Williams gospel tune, and I was somewhere between waking and the fading of the moon. My coffee was doing what it does, the heater was just right, and somewhere up ahead of me the world was picking up the light. You could see it in the mirror, the faintest eastern glow. The way the darkness doesn't die, it just makes room and goes. By the time I hit the county line, the sky was turning rose, the kind of pink that no one paints, that no photograph close knows. Just a living, breathing canvas being stretched across the frame. And Lord, I know you don't need credit, but I'll give it all the same. 'Cause something that beautiful is not an accident of gas and clouds and particles of dust and molecules of glass. Something that beautiful is what a loving Father does, to remind his long-haul children that the world still runs on love. Well, I cracked the window, even in the cold, just to feel the morning air. There's something about breathing in the first light of the day out there that wakes the soul up faster than the coffee ever could, that makes you feel like every mile ahead of you is good. Lord, I don't deserve a morning this clean, this white, this new, but you've been giving them to me regardless, and I thank you. First light is your love letter written across the eastern sky. Fresh mercy is your handwriting, and Lord, I know it's mine. First light, fresh mercy, full tank of hope. God gave me everything I need to cope. New day, morning it was Lamentations, the one that everyone knows. His mercies are new every morning, great is his faithfulness, it goes. I read it in the glow of the phone screen while the stars were still out, and something in my chest just answered back what felt a doubt. Lord, I've been on roads that shook my faith right to the axle, roads that tested everything and pushed beyond the practical, the kind of roads that make you wonder if you're real, the kind of night so dark that even prayer loses its feel. But every single morning, every single one without a break, the sun came up again and proved you hadn't made a mistake. Every morning is your argument for mercy on the stand. Every sunrise is your evidence of your faithful hand. I talked to a young driver at the fuel pump yesterday. He couldn't have been more than 22, looked lost in every way. Said he'd been out on the road 2 weeks and hadn't slept much right. Said he called his mama every night, but it didn't help the night. I told him what I'm telling you, the only thing I know for sure, that every morning is a proof that God's intention. From the first gray light of morning to the last red glow at night, this old rig and I've traveled in the shelter of his mind. We've seen the day be born and breathe and stretch across the land, and every single hour of it was held within his hand. I'm not a man of grand theology or educated speech, but I know what I have witnessed on the roads outside the reach of anyone who hasn't logged the miles behind this wheel. From sunrise to sunset, Lord, I know what faith can feel. It feels like rubber on the asphalt and the hum of the diesel engine. It feels like mercy in the morning and His grace without condition. It feels like the first cup of coffee and the last mile rolling slow. From sunrise to sunset, God guides my wheels wherever I go burn. I left before the sunrise with my headlights cutting black. My wife kissed me in the doorway and said, don't forget to come back. She says it every single time, and every single time it lands like the most important sentence ever spoken by two hands. Wrapped around a tired man who needs reminding why he goes. She knows me like the highway knows the places nobody shows. The honest straightaways, the secret curves, the bridge that's always icy. She loves me like the road is long, completely and precisely. And sunrise caught me somewhere past the second fuel stop east, coming up behind me like a benediction from a priest. It turned the mirrors into windows, into something lit from inside, and I pulled off on the shoulder just to walk watch it fill the sky wide. Lord, I said out loud, where I could hear myself say it. I don't know how anybody drives this road and fails to feel it. The presence of a God who painted morning just for us, who set the dial to beautiful before we ever fuss. I rode back on the highway with the sunrise at my back now, pushing me toward whatever this full day is gonna track down. And I said, Lord, I'm yours from here until the other end of light, from the sunrise at my back until I pull in home tonight. Guide my wheels through everything this highway's gonna bring, and I'll sing you something honest, Lord, this trucker's gonna sing. From sunrise to sunset, God guides my wheels through every mile and every road I feel. He's in the morning light, the evening glow. He's in every mile between the high and the low. From sunrise to sunset, he never left my side. He's the partner in the cab, he's the one who's made the ride. From first light to last light, through the whole long day. From sunrise to sunset, God guides my way. Midday had me somewhere in the flattest part of Kansas, where the sky above is bigger than any church or campus, where the land is so wide open that you feel exposed and small, where the horizon is so distant you can't see an end at all. And I thought, this is what faith looks like from the outside. This is what it looks like to commit to something wild, with no visible endpoint, no clear picture of the arrive, just the road, the trust, the steering wheel, and the drive, Lord. I've been trusting you with my family's daily bread, with my daughter's college dreams, and everything my son has said. Kid who wants to be a preacher, Lord, how about that, coming from a trucker's house? A kid who watched his daddy pray and praise and work it out, without a seminary or a Sunday morning title, who just loved you on the highway. Lord, I hope that it's vital. I hope he saw me talking to you through the open window glass, and decided that a faith like that was something built to last. My son called me from school this morning, right around 11. He said, Dad, we're doing a class project on what we love most, giving all the options. I'm doing mine on you and what you do. I want to show them that a truck driver can love God too. I had to pull to the side of the road for the second time today, not for sunrise this time, Lord, just to hear what I needed to say. I told him, son, that's the best project that your school has ever seen. And yes, a truck driver can love God, that's exactly what it means. sun is dropping lower now behind the western ridge. I'm about 4 hours out, just crossed the old familiar bridge. The one with the red barn on the right and the silo leaning left. The one that tells me I'm almost there, the homeward landmark's blessed. But my logbook's full, my body's tired, my soul is strangely light, because every mile behind me brought me closer to tonight, to the supper on the table and the children at the door, to the woman who still loves me like she always has before. Lord, I don't deserve a single thing that's waiting at that house, but you gave it all to me anyway. You always figure out how to pour more blessing on a man than he could ever hold. I'm home at sundown, Lord, I'm blessed beyond the measure of gold burns. I left on Sunday morning while the dew was on the yard. The kids were still in pajamas and the parting's always hard. My youngest grabbed my leg and said, Daddy, don't go far. And I said, baby, I'll be back. You watch that evening star. Every night you see it shining, say a prayer right there, because your daddy's doing the same thing out beneath that same night air. She nodded like she understood the way that children do, with a kind of simple faith that puts the best of us right free. For days in the making, this driveway to the coast, through the flatlands of Missouri where the wind rules as the host, through the hills of Arkansas where the fog sits low and mean, through Louisiana parishes that glow green, gold, and green. I talked to every sunrise and I argued with the rain. I sang off-key the gospel songs and did it all again. But Lord, you kept me rubber side down through every kind of mile. Now the sun is setting and I'm rolling home in style. Home is sundown, blessed beyond measure. Every mile you gave me back a treasure. The sun is going down behind my own backyard, and I'm pulling in the drive, thanking you, God. Home at sundown, Lord, you kept your word. Every prayer I prayed out there was heard. Blessed beyond measure, more than I deserve. Home at sundown, watching the sun curve burst too. My wife texted me this morning, said the kids made you a sign. She sent a picture, crayon letters, welcome home, you're mine. I had to pull the rig over and just sit there in the lane, because something that simple just undid me once again. Lord, I wonder if you ever look at us the way I felt reading that crayon welcome home. Do you feel what I felt? That joy of being wanted by you've seen your worst and still believe your worst to rest. I then carry in a lot of weight that's got nothing to with freight. Some of it is worry, some regret, some running late. Some of it is fear of being absent all these years. Some of it is gratitude so full it turns to tears. But you have been so faithful in the middle of my doubt. You've answered every question I was too afraid to shout. You gave me work when I needed it. You gave me peace when I did not. You gave me more than I was asking for from every prayer I got. Every family in Tennessee who prays for me by name. Every single night before they close their eyes the same. And I know that prayer's why I'm here. That prayer's why the ice fell and the fog cleared. That prayer's why the brakes caught and the engine turned. That prayer's why this blessed trucker safely home returned. I don't take it for granted, Lord, I never want to be a man who forgets what prayer from little hands did for me. Home at sundown, blessed beyond measure. God delivered me back like a treasure. The sun is going down behind my own front door, and I'm walking up that porch, Lord, I'm not lost anymore. Home at sundown, Lord, you kept your covenant word. Every plea I lifted up was heard. Blessed be on. The miles are getting fewer now, and the light is getting low. That warm and slanted afternoon gold that tells you what you know. That the day is winding down toward something soft and right. That the hard work of the highways giving way to evening light. I've been rolling since the darkness of the very early morning. I've seen the day from its beginning to its beautiful adorning. And now these last few miles feel different from the miles before. They feel like something holy, like an open and waiting door. I've laughed with God this morning, I've cried with Him by noon. I've sung along to gospel songs and made up my own tune. And these last miles in the warm light feel like walking someone home. Like the road itself is saying, son, you never walked alone. Verse. There's a grace that meets you at the end of a long road. Not the kind you earn or buy, the kind that's just bestowed, the kind that says you made it through. The long day did not win, the kind that wraps around your tired bones and breathes you in. I passed through weather I won't mention, and a construction zone that turned a 40-minute stretch to 2 hours of my own. I talked to 5 to dispatchers and ran short on coffee twice. And somewhere out in Oklahoma paid a price. But the thing about the highway and the thing about this life is that God doesn't promise you the absence of the strife. He promises the presence of Himself through all of it. The warm hand on the shoulder when the anxious thoughts don't creep. And I felt that warm hand all day long through every mile I drove, through the tedium of flatlands and the beauty of the grove, through the traffic and the tension and the worry and the wait, through the 10-mile backup near the interstate. Lord, you were faithful in the morning, and you're faithful even now. As these last miles in the warm light showed me once again somehow that every single stretch of road I've ever rolled across has been covered by your presence, and not one mile lost. Last miles in the warm light of grace, I can almost see my family's face. The day is done, the road is nearly through, and every mile behind me speaks of you. Last mile's golden, slow and right, trading highway for the porch tonight. And grace was there at first, and grace is here at last in the warm light. Lord, the storm has passed the first two. I called my mother on a stretch of road through Tennessee. She's 73 this winter, and she still prays hard for me. She said, son, are you eating right? Are you sleeping when you should? I smiled and said, yes, Mama, the way I always would. She told me that she sits sometimes beside her kitchen window and watches for my rig to come back down the gravel road. She said, I prayed for you on every road since the very first time. I've given you to God each morning. You were never only mine. Lord, there's a woman in a farmhouse with her kitchen window prayers who has covered every highway that I've driven over years. I think about the miles I've made it through that should have been the end, and I know that it was her on bended knee again, that it was my wife's text messages and my daughter's bedtime prayer, and my son's simple faith that daddy's coming back from there. And it was your hand, Lord, always your hand over all of that, catching every prayer and turning them into a thermostat that keeps the temperature of this life inside of something livable, that keeps the grace flowing like something inexhaustible. I don't understand the mystery, and I don't need to understand. I just need to feel it in these last miles. Lord, hold my hand. Because the last miles are the sweetest and the hardest all at once. The sweetest because home is near, the hardest because none of the coming home ever quite does justice to the missing. It's like a song that's almost there, but still just always bridging. So I drive these last miles carefully. I drive them with intention. I drive them saying thank you for every mile I failed to. There's a time before the world remembers it's alive, when the dark is just now breaking and the stars begin to die, when the highway's mine alone and the silence wraps around, and the only song worth singing is the one without a sound. I've been up since 3 this morning, 50 miles since I left the yard. The coffee's barely working and the load is pulling hard. But Lord, out here at daybreak, with the pink sky straight ahead, I feel like David writing songs from a shepherd's lonely bed. This is my cathedral, 18 wheels and open sky. This is my holy morning when I hear your spirit sigh. Through the hum of the engine and the rumble of the road, Lord, receive my morning offering. A grateful trucker's, oh, there's one. The world is waking slowly out my windows on both sides. The farmhouses are lighting up, the roosters greet the tides of a new and irrepeatable and God-gifted day. And I'm rolling straight into it, the only way I know the way. My CB radio is quiet, even the dispatcher's still, and I've got about 4 hours till I crest that eastern hill, where the sunrise will just absolutely stop me in my tracks. The way it always does, the sky makes promises I needed to have back. I've seen sunrises in 40 states, and I'll tell you what I know, there's not a single morning sky that isn't God on show. From the purple over Carolina to the orange over Utah's face, every single dawn is God reminding us of grace. I don't need a church to know that He is real and near. I need about 4 hours and a stretch of road out here. Lord, the songs are written by a man who tended sheep alone. I ride mine on the highway, and I call this truck my throne. Yeah, morning songs in the glow of daybreak, songs of praise with every mile I make. Lord, you are the sunrise, you are the light, you turn the long and lonely road every hill I climb, these morning psalms are yours, Lord, every single line of verse 2. My daughter called me yesterday. She's studying for her finals. She's 22 and brilliant, and she's burning midnight oils. She said, Daddy, I've been thinking about what I believe about God and faith, and whether any of it I should receive. I pulled the rig into a parking lot and talked for 40 minutes about the sky, the road, the mornings, and what's in it. I said, baby girl, I'm not a theologian or a priest, but I've been meeting God at daybreak every morning in the east. She was quiet for a moment and then said, tell me more. And I talked about the mornings that I've knelt behind the door of this old cabin, cried out to a God I couldn't see, and how he always answered in the way that was right for me. Sometimes it was a sunrise, sometimes a stranger's call, sometimes it was just stillness, not an answer but a halt that led me into something I could only call his peace. She said, Daddy, I think I believe, and I could finally breathe with ease. Lord, you used a truck driver to reach his daughter's heart, not with theology, but daybreak and a humble trust in man. Let me never take for granted what my life might show to the people watching, how a man of faith will go about the ordinary business of his ordinary days, preaching you not with a Bible, but with gratitude and praise. Every morning song I lift to you is one my children hear, even on the road, Lord, I'm a father, make that very clear. Morning songs in the glow of daybreak, songs of praise with every mile. The alarm goes off at 4:15. I kiss a sleeping forehead, step out the door. The coffee's in the thermos, the load's on tight. I breathe a prayer into the cold morning night. The stars are fading, the east starts to glow. There's 100,000 miles at this old rig, and I know, but every single sunrise still reminds me of your grace. And every mile I'm rolling is a mile toward her face. The highway's still and empty when I pull out of the yard. The radio's on low, playing something soft and scarred. A steel guitar that understands the ache inside my chest. the kind of song that reaches in and squeezes out the rest. I pass through towns that don't have names on any map I own, just blinking lights and water towers, standing cold and lone. My hands are on the wheel, but Lord, you know I'm not alone. Every white line I'm crossing is a prayer toward coming home. The dashboard glows like an altar in the pre-dawn quiet here. I talk to you like you're riding shotgun, like you always hear. I tell you about the baby's laugh, the way she said my name, how my wife left the porch light burning every night I came. There's something holy in this cab when everything goes still, something like your presence on a cold dark highway hill. I feel you in the rumble strips, I feel you in the rain, I feel you in the mercy of the morning light again. Trust, these are sunrise miles toward waiting arms, rolling through your grace and away from harm. Every yellow line is a yellow brick road back to the ones I love, back to my real home. Lord, keep my wheels turning, keep my eyes clear, keep the ones I'm rolling toward close and near. I'm not lost out here beneath this wide open sky. I'm sunrise miles, and you're the reason why. My boy was 7 when he drew me on a piece of paper, a big stick figure with a truck and wrote, "Come home soon later." I laughed and I cried and I taped it to my dash right there. It's weathered now and faded, but I still see it everywhere. He's 12 years old and growing up while I count miles instead. And some nights the guilt rolls heavier than any load I've hauled or led. But Lord, you know my heart is true. You know I do this for their sake. I'm building something mile by mile with every choice I make. I talked to you one January night outside of Amarillo. The wind was shaking everything and I used my coat for a pillow. I said, Lord, is this the life you planned, or did I miss the turn? And something in the silence spoke with a warmth I couldn't earn. It said, I see you, faithful driver. I see every sacrifice you make. I see the way you miss your family with every mile you take. But son, I've got you covered. I've got the whole road in my hand. And every mile you're driving is part of my perfect plan. These are sunrise miles toward waiting arms, rolling through your grace and away from harm. Every yellow line is a yellow brick road back to the ones I love, back to my real home. Lord, keep my wheels turning, keep my eyes clear, keep the ones I'm rolling toward close and near. I'm not lost beneath this wide open sky. I'm sunrise mile, and you're the reason why. It's funny, the things you notice when you've got nothing but miles and God for company. The way the light turns the wheat fields into something that looks like heaven. The way a trucker's wave from the passing cab feels like a brotherhood you never signed up for, but always their own too. The way this old rig sounds like a hymn when she's running right, Lord. Thank you for this road. Thank you for every mile that's taken we home. There's a kind of quiet out here on the night miles that gets into your bones if you let it sit a while. Not a bad quiet, not the lonely kind that breaks you, but the kind that clears the clutter and the noise that overtakes you. The kind where you can hear yourself and hear something above. The kind where conversations start that only need one love. I've been talking to you, Lord, since about 11 miles back, just telling you the things that fall between the cracks, the things I don't put in the text home, the things I don't say out loud, the things a trucker carries that he wouldn't say in a crowd. The gratitude too big for words, the fear too small to name. Lord, this road between the prayers is where I always find you. Same verse. The interstate is empty, going on toward midnight here. Just a river of white lines and the occasional trucker's tear. Not the sad kind where sometimes, but mostly just the kind that comes when the heart gets too full for the confines of the mind. I've got a photo on the dash of my family last 4th of July. My wife has sparklers in both hands and she's laughing at the sky. My kids are chasing fireflies in the last light of the evening, and I'm in the corner of the frame watching them believing that I am the luckiest man who ever pulled a long-haul rig, that I am the most undeserving soul who ever got this big. A life this wide, this warm, this wrapped in people that I love, and a God who keeps on giving from the treasury above. I look at that photograph on darker nights between the white lines, and I say, Lord, that right there is what all of these hard miles are. That's the destination, past the destination of the freight. That's the load worth carrying, Lord, that's my real In the road between the prayers, you're already there. In the silence of the cab, you fill the midnight air. I don't have to have the words, I don't have to have the tune. You ride the road between the prayers with me, beneath the moon. Lord, in the miles between the milestones and the quiet of the drive, you're the reason that I'm rolling, you're the reason I'm alive. In the road between the prayers, that's where I find you most. In the ordinary holy, Lord, you're my faithful rose. I went through a hard season about 3 winters ago, when the work was thin and the bills were thick and nowhere left to go. I'd sit out in the driveway in the rig because I didn't want to walk inside and face the strain with nothing but the want to be the man my family needed, be the man I swore I'd always be, and there I was, unable to be more. I talked to you a lot that winter on the driveway in the cold, saying, Lord, I don't know where to turn, I'm only getting old. You didn't answer with a trumpet or a voice from the sky. You answered with a phone call from a company nearby. I said they needed experienced drivers, said they'd heard my name, said the pay was steady. Lord, you called them, I'm not ashamed to say I cried right there behind the wheel in my own drive. I cried because you cared enough to help me to survive. Not just the bills, the dignity, the sense that I had worth, that I could still provide and still could justify my birth. And I've never taken a single dispatch load since then for granted, because I know what it feels like when faith is planted in barren soil and God shows up with something green and growing in the middle of the drought when there's no sign of any showing. Lord, that winter made me tender to the drivers who are struggling, to the ones who can't stay home tonight because the work is juggling. I try to be for them what you were for me, a steady hand, a word of faith, a bit of work, a sign that you understand truths. In the road between the prayers, you're already there. You meet me in the silence, in the midnight highway. There's a stretch of road in western Texas where the sky goes on forever, where the clouds pile up like cathedrals and the land bows down in surrender. I've driven it 1,000 times in the heat and in the rain, and every time I cross that stretch I feel the same refrain. Something older than religion, something deeper than a creed, something like the hand of God providing all I need. I crack the window, let the warm air fill this cab like incense smoke, and I say the only prayer I know, the one that's never broke verse. The load I'm hauling is 40 tons, the deadline's tight and real. The dispatcher's been calling, there's a tension in the wheel. My back's been aching since I left the truck stop outside of Rome, and the GPS is rerouting me through roads that don't feel known. The morning started gray and mean, the kind that tests your faith, when everything is pushing hard against you out of space. But somewhere past the county line, the clouds just broke in two, and a shaft of golden light came down like heaven breaking through. I pulled off on the shoulder just to take a breath and see that light was falling on the fields in front and behind me. It wasn't supernatural, just sunlight through a break, but it felt like God was saying, son, it's alright for my sake. I sat there for a minute with my hands dropped from the wheel, breathed in something I can only call the way grace feels. Then I pulled back on the highway with a different kind of weight, the kind that's lifted, not the kind that wears you down to leaves. Under the golden sky, I trust in Him when the road gets rough and the light grows dim. When the miles feel endless and home feels far, He's the compass and He is the North Star. Under the golden sky, I'm not afraid. I'm a trucker riding in the light He made, with His hand on every mile, His eye on every road. Under the golden sky, He carries the loaders too. My daddy was a preacher in a little wood frame church. He'd preach on Sunday mornings till his voice would crack and hurt. He used to say, boy, God's not just in the pews on Sunday morning. He's in the field, He's in the factory, He's in the thunder warning. I didn't understand it then the way I understand it now. Rolling down the interstate with sweat upon my brow. Lord, my daddy was a prophet in a second-hand suit, because I found you on this highway and it's bearing fruit. I talked to you last August when my engine blew outside of Laramie. The temperature was 98 and no one was near to me. I said, Lord, I've done my best. I've prayed, I've tried, I've worked. I don't need much, just a hand here if you're not too busy, Lord. The trucker pulled behind me in a rig twice the size of mine, Said he'd seen me on the shoulder and he had a little time. We got her running in an hour, and before he drove away, he said, "Stay safe out there, brother," and he bowed his head to pray. Well, you sent that man to find me on that burning asphalt road. You've been sending people, angels all along to share my load. I see it now in hindsight, every breakdown, every storm, every kind word from a stranger, it kept me safe and warm. This isn't just a job, Lord, this is ministry on wheels. Every soul I meet at truck stops is a soul that aches and feels. So let me be the helper, let me be the hand you send. Under this golden sky, Lord, let my faithfulness light road.